All right, I'm going to go through every AFL coach as of recording round 20. So a couple have been sacked / left already, including mine, Damien Hardwick, Stewie Jew. But I'm going to go through them, not rank them, but put them on a tier list based on how long they're going to be in the AFL or coaching their particular team for. Forever, they're going to stay there for a long time. Long term, they'll stay, not for forever, but a while. Staying for a while. They won't last, and then they need to be gone ASAP. Get them out the door right now. Starting off, we have got McQualter. Now, McQualter, he just won't last. I think, in fact, unfortunately, we're going to have to put him in goal on ASAP. He's a good coach and he's done well for us, but it's just not going to work, unfortunately, for him, which is sad. Look, he's done really well with us. We're finally winning close games, but unfortunately, he's got to go. Ross Lyon, I don't think he's going to last. I hate to say it. Every time I talk about Ross Lyon, I compare him to the Antonio Conte, Jose Mourinho's of, the football, soccer world. I feel like he's just going to clash with players, and I feel like he's a volatile coach. And I don't see it working well, unfortunately, for him. Maybe that's a bit stiff. Maybe he should go steady for a while, but he won't. Go on ASAP, Justin Longmuir. Need I see more? In fact, you can chuck Adam Simpson in there as well. Now, they are going to keep Adam Simpson because of this long-term contract, and the payout, if they do get rid of him, is fucking monumental. But, in my opinion, you've got to get rid of them both, especially Longmuir. I mean, he is just capitulated. Yes, they both have had injury problems, but not good enough. Kingsley, I think Kingsley is going to be long-term. Now, the reason I say this is GWS, they don't have much expectation. Now, their list is very good, and he might be making top 8. As a recording, the Giants and his team are in the 8, which is very impressive. So keep it up. Yeah, but I think he's going to last a while. I think he's a good coach. Obviously, he had involvement in Richmond, so I am familiar with him. So, yep, I'm going to put him there. Goodwin. Ooh, this is a tough one. It's definitely one of these two. It ain't long term. I think he'll stay for a while, maybe a couple more years. I don't think he's going to be long term though. There are a lot of interesting rumors you hear about him, and I just feel like once this premiership window's done, he's gone. But I feel like the premiership window for Melbourne will be open for a while, and you just see there's a couple cracks coming in as coaching here and there, especially this year. Some coaching fragility, some lack of capabilities to match the other coaches in the league. Ken Hinkley. Ooh. Ken Hinkley won't last purely because he'll get crazy offers from Gold Coast. He might get an offer to Richmond. He might get an offer to somewhere else, right? And he served his time at Port Adelaide. And although he is looking good this season, I just don't see it lasting. Now, same with Chris Fagan. I think Fags is an awesome coach, but this Brisbane Lions window is coming to a close. The premiership window, that is. And then I think once it's over, similar to Goodwin, I think he'll head off. I would love Fagan to coach Richmond. I think he's an absolutely amazing coach. Maybe he lacks that cutting edge because he can't get past the prelim, but I'm a really big fan of him. But I just get this vibe that once Brisbane sort of drop out the 8, maybe next year or the year after, wherever it may be, he'll sort of go, all right, I'll handball it off to you guys. I think we'll go earlier than Goodwin. Michael Voss, he won't last. He's not gone ASAP because Carlton, your answer is not to sack Michael Voss purely because it's obviously not the coach's fault. You've failed with so many coaches for the last 10 years. I was going to say 5 years, but 10 years as well. I haven't made finals for 10 years. It's not the coach. It's the players and it's the higher-ups. That's it. Look at Collingwood. They changed higher-ups and they are now on track to perhaps be a dynasty team. Speaking of Collingwood, Craig McRae, forever. He's a forever man. He is. He's going to win I would almost cut my left nut off if he doesn't win a flag in the next 5 years. I'm that confident with the young list as well. Longmuir. Wow. Now this is a hard one. He's been there for a long time. I think he's going to stay for a while, but he kind of gives me Dimmer vibes. Like, he's had success, rebuild, had success again. Is he rebuilding again, or is it just a down season? I don't see him long term. I just feel like he's going to inevitably want to have a break, to be completely honest. It's such a stressful job, so I wouldn't blame him. Bevo, I don't think Bevo's going to last. That might be controversial, but I actually don't think he's that good of a coach. He's a good man manager, but tactically, is he lacking there in the tactical department? I think that he's always up and down. Like, next season, the Dogs will probably finish outside the 8, so we just don't know. Matty Nix, I actually think he's a forever coach. I've gone bold there. Adelaide might well and truly crumble back down the ladder next year, but I think he's a great coach. Got them through the shit in 2020, and he has deserved every right to keep coaching that team. Chris Scott, he is long-term. The only reason he's not forever is also because the same with Longmire. I just feel like he's going to need a break soon. He's been coaching since that 2011 premiership, over 12 years. You know what, actually, we'll keep him long-term. That's purely because he's going to need a break. And he's one of the vocal ones about how stressful and demanding and taxing coaching can be as a job. So if he's the one who's sort of vocalizing that to the public, then surely he's going to be following that. His brother, I think, will be forever for the Dons. He's a great coach. What he did for North Melbourne with a lack of resources was extremely incredible and very underrated. What a job he did for North Melbourne, making those prelims. I don't think it was the best list, to be completely honest. And now he's got a big club in Essendon, who obviously have more resources than North Melbourne, and he's going to capitalise on that. And I think he's a forever coach. Sam Mitchell's also forever. There's no way you can get rid of Alistair Clarkson not to keep the coach after for a long period of time. If he goes in the next 5 years, it's been a complete failure from Hawthorn. Can't imagine he leaves in the next 10 years. So he's a forever coach as well. I don't even know who that is. Is that some... Anyway, let's go with Clarko. Clarko is also forever. He has to be. I don't need to comment anymore on that. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17? That doesn't make any sense. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so this must be King. This must be Gold Coast interim coach. He'll be going ASAP as well. It's just the way it is. Gold Coast, who they're going to pick up is going to be really interesting, I think. Look, I think they would be so stupid not to go for Damien Hardwick, but Dimmer might want more time out. He's come about recently saying he's missed the coaching aspect of life, so maybe he wants to go straight back into it, but to be completely honest, I'm not sure why Dim would do that. Surely you go to maybe pick up a job at Carlton or even Port Adelaide where he played. But anyway, that's the list. If Dimmer was still coaching, I would probably put him in a similar bracket to Chris Scott or Longmire, like long term, but they're probably going to leave soon. To be honest, the long term and stay for a while could sort of meld together, but I just see the top two staying higher than the bottom two. Stewie Dew, I think, is an absolute brilliant coach. I would have him at Richmond. I honestly would. I think he's a great coach, but unfortunately, Gold Coast are a shambles of a football club, and they let that one slip, and now they're going to pay the price. Anyway, that's the tier list. Let me know if you agree. A bit of a different one. I'm not ranking the coaches. I'm just trying to, give an estimate of when they're going to leave. Follow the TikTok FTFooty. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in another video.